special report. Dangerous hazardous materials are transported across our highways every single day. Our Carolina Hassett has been tracking just how often we drive next to these materials and what can happen if drivers are not careful.
Yeah, she found out by visiting a town that was impacted by a crash involving a dangerous chemical. Carolina?
Yeah, Dawn, Stacy. The small Illinois town of Teutopolis took over headlines after a semi-truck crash involving hazardous materials took the lives of several bystanders. It happened along Route 40 where traffic was being diverted from a previous accident on I-70 earlier in the day. First responders said that during the crash, many drivers were stuck in traffic when the deadly chemical was released from the truck that had been transporting it.
We rarely have an incident of this magnitude.
On September 29th, the close-knit town of Teutopolis came face to face with a deadly tragedy.
We had a lot of our first responders that saw things that probably they never want to see again.
It happened while a tanker truck carrying more than 7,000 gallons of anhydrous ammonia was traveling westbound down Route 40. Another vehicle driving behind the truck attempted to pass it in a no-passing zone, almost colliding with another car coming in the opposite direction. To prevent an accident, the driver veered off the side of the road into a ditch. During this, the tank of the deadly chemical was damaged, releasing the gas into the air.
En route, we quickly discovered that we had an anhydrous ammonia leak, which required us to immediately back out and upgrade the alarm.
This resulting in hundreds of Teutopolis residents having to evacuate their homes.
We didn't grab a toothbrush, anything. We just got out of there.
5 people were killed, including a father who lived near the crash site and his 2 children, who were 10 and 7 years old. Several people were also severely injured due to the exposure to the anhydrous ammonia.
We had a number of people that were unconscious in vehicles or in ditches that we began the process of rescuing.
Anhydrous ammonia is a farming chemical that can cause respiratory arrest when it's inhaled. On the day of the Teutopolis crash, the anhydrous ammonia was being transported as a gas, meaning it spread through the area quickly.
We essentially drove in to the vapor, and we were both quickly exposed to the effects of that. We both had the burning eyes, the shortness of breath, the chest pains, and we had to quickly compose ourselves to both get out of there.
We stepped out into the garage and I could already smell it in my garage.
It was right here along I-40 where that crash happened at nighttime. First responders emphasizing how dark it was out here, especially with there being no street lights, while trying to help the motorists who were unconscious in their vehicles, all while battling the effects of anhydrous ammonia in the air. Accidents involving hazardous materials can happen anywhere, on the highway, in storage, even while loading or unloading a truck. Drivers mostly need to worry about the ones that occur on the roadways. According to the Pipeline and Hazardous Materials Safety Administration, last year alone, around 665 hazmat accidents occurred while the material was in transit. However, some are more severe. 5 incidents that involved materials that are toxic when inhaled happened since 2019, 2 happening just last year in Springfield and Teutopolis.
Here, everybody knows everybody. It's a very close-knit community. 3 of the deaths were local. That had a huge impact on a lot of different people.
Town officials now urging everyone to be careful on the road.
These things can happen even in small-town USA.
Slow down. As you can see with this case, other drivers have got to be aware of what's going on.
Because a temporary decision while driving can leave a permanent impact. Now, since then, we have discovered 7 lawsuits have been filed, but so far we've only received 6. 4 of those found on behalf of those who died and 2 on behalf of those who were injured. The lawsuits are against the trucking company involved in the accident, the truck driver, and the driver of the vehicle that was trying to pass in the no passing zone. In studio, I'm Carolina Hassett. Back to you.
Thanks, Carolina. The Teutopolis Fire Department has changed several safety measures, including the purchase of their own drone to use in these situations, as well as correcting some of the hazardous routes GPS systems were sending those on the road during the incident. Thanks for watching. Stick around by subscribing today and don't miss a single video.